Howdy, folks. This is Devang. Welcome to episode 76 of the Outlaw Joseph Scott's. This is a town episode. Last episode, Joseph had been going after the undead gunslinger and successfully managed to take him out. So he's returning to town and got some interesting times ahead. So let's see what happens. Alright, here we are getting ready for the next town. So first we need to travel. So Joseph will go to a medium town, sort of as usual. I don't think he necessarily needs to go to a large town. That does mean he has one travel hazard, definitely. So we'll say blue is the first digit. The travel hazard, is a 66. That's probably not good. Let's see. Traveler on the road. During your travels, you encounter a stranger along the road. This result may not be re-rolled or canceled. Roll once on the chart below to see what type of stranger you have run into. Re-rolling on this chart also may not be re-rolled. So none of that bodes well, since it cannot be re-rolled things. Luckily, Joseph does have the Spitfire horse, which gives him an extra die on his skill checks when he's traveling. So let's see what we get. A 4. There's a traveling missionary, walking the road to help the fallen and those who have lost their path. Our heroes may fully heal their sanity and remove D3 corruption points. I don't have any corruption points on Joseph, so I'm assuming he did not get any. I don't recall off the top of my head, but it said he's got no tokens, and he will heal 3. I'm sure he didn't take 3. So the missionary heals him for 3. So that was actually a good thing. Other options could be he runs into the Scarlet Shadow. So you can get robbed, or the Shadowy Traveler, which does some interesting kind of different things. All right, but that's Joseph didn't have to worry about any of that. So here he is. So we're going to a town. That was the traveling. Now we need to see if there is a specialty town. What kind of town has he run into? He has run into a 2. Town ruins, which is not necessarily going to be a good thing. So, that is a new specialty town that we have not seen before. So that's always a good thing. So, for the town ruins, it says, it's not uncommon for entire towns to face catastrophe on the frontier, be it from a void twister sweeping through the town, being overrun by demons or bandits, or being burned to the ground by fire. At the start of the town's day, roll a d6 for each location slot in town. On the roll 1, 2, or 3, that location slot is destroyed. Okay? So that's a special rule. So town's going to burn down as we're doing it. Extra options. So you can help to rebuild. Give up your day in town to help in rebuilding a settlement. Make a strength test. Gain some experience. For every 1 roll, to take some damage. If it gets at least 1, he can recover grit. And he can search the rubble. Give up his day in town to search the rubble. And makes a scavenge test. If successful, scavenge marker. And gear or artifact card. Draw 2 scavenge cards for each 6 rolled. Okay. For any gear or artifact scavenge, you can either draw a card as normal or require any single item normally available from the town location on the back of the destroyed marker. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to do any of those. Although, it is the special for those town ruins, so it might be good to do that, but that's not what I'm planning on doing anyway. So let us see, nothing else is special there. So let us get our 6 locations for this town. So that's all it does. Basically means the town's going to get destroyed as it goes on. Go to blacksmith. The first one drawn. We have the Indian trading post. We have a general store. We have a street market. We have the Frontier Outpost. Okay, sorry about that. And we have the Sheriff's Office, which Joseph cannot go to. Well, I think day one, to the blacksmith. Important thing to do, get to. That's the important thing. And then to the Frontier Outpost we can rob. General store to pick up some new bandages and whiskey and things like that. Or the street market. Because obviously he needs to replenish his bag. He's down to just a tonic in his side bag. But day one, blacksmith event. The blacksmith is a 2, a dark stone poisoning. Coming at you with a hot poker, make a strike 5+ test or an agility 5+ test to dodge and trip him into the fire. Alright, well, Joseph has a 6 agility. I'm going to try to dodge. Gets 1-5, so that still succeeds. Either way, the blacksmith is dead and the blacksmith is closed. So, no darkstone bullets. That was unfortunate. So, he gets nothing for that. And no darkstone bullets. So, it would be the end of the day. Is there an event? There's not an event. I guess at the start of the turn I should have rolled a d6 for each location to see if they were even available. So the blacksmith was. Alright, so that doesn't affect that. The Indian trading post burned down. The general store is up. The street market is destroyed. The frontier outpost is destroyed. And the sheriff office is fine. Alright. Joseph. That's not good. So 6, 7, 8. See if he's recognized. He's recognized once. That's not a big deal. Well, all I can do is go to the general store. Day 2. Start of day 2 though. I need to decide, or I need to see. Is the general store... General store goes away. And the sheriff office goes away. So this town is officially dead. There is nothing left in this town. That's why it is town ruins. So that means Joseph could go to the campsite. Is there anything he can actually do at the campsite? Well, at the campsite he can buy bandages and whiskey. But they are 2 different places. The docks tent and the church tent. Well, you know, he might as well visit the campsite for one day, anyway. So let's see what his location event is. Is a 9. Dirty poker. Campsite is filled with drinking, laughing, and games of cards. Make a luck 4+ test. For every 4+ rolled, gain $25. For every 1 rolled, lose 50. Alright, well, Joseph has a luck of 5. No 1s, and he has 3 4+, so he wins $75. It's not bad. And then let's go to the doctor's tent, and I guess I will pick up. Jeez, as much as I would like to get some whiskey, I don't know that I want to stay here and go to the campsite for another day. You know, spend a whole day just to go back to the campsite and go to that tent just to pick up some whiskey. So I think I will go ahead and pick up 4 bandages. Or, well, let's make it 3 bandages. Because he's got the 1 tonic. So we'll say 3 bandages for $150. And that is the end of day 2. It does give us a town event. So unfortunately, this is going to be a really short episode, folks, with that town ruins. Actually, I guess I could also search the rubble or help to rebuild. But I don't think that's all that important. Oh, you know, I've been forgetting the daily event cards. So there was a no effect roll on the event chart. A 6, what lies beneath all heroes that search the rubble today, double the number of dice for their scavenge test. Okay, so that's not a big deal. I know I'm missing one daily event card, but I won't worry too much about that. And then, all right, town event is an 11. The end is nigh. All prices in town are plus $50. So yeah, I definitely don't want to stay another day to buy whiskey for $100 each. That's not going to be very exciting. So, well, unfortunately, folks, Joseph, there's no reason to stay. There's no more locations for him to go to. You know, said optionally, I guess he could. You know, helping to reveal he doesn't really need the extra experience. He could search the rubble, try to grab some stuff. Oh, he was going to sell, which I mentioned out, he was going to sell these rawhide chaps for $250. Gear card that he picked up. I don't know that it's worth staying around for another day to scavenge, to potentially buy stuff. I mean, he could scavenge the destroyed slot. Well, actually, I take that back. So if he scavenged, if he searches the rubble, he could conceivably pick up some whiskey or tequila. Search the rubble of one of the destroyed. You know what? Actually, let's go ahead and give that a try. Especially since we did have a town event. So we'll pay our bucks. And this day we're going to go search the rubble. So basically, you place your hero on the selected destroyed slot and then roll a scavenge. So we have to do a daily event, which is the traveling tonic wagon, which Joseph doesn't want to buy. Not for $150, especially. So search the rubble. So let's see which one he wants to go to. First of all, he could go to the blacksmith and possibly get his darkstone bullets. Basically, place your hero on a destroyed slot and roll a scavenge test. If successful, place a scavenge marker on the destroyed slot and draw 2 scavenge cards. If you get any gear or an artifact gained from the scavenging, he can either draw a card as normal or acquire a single item normally available from the town location on the back of the destroyed marker with a value of d6 times 100 or less, or d6 times 250 if it's an artifact. So if he gets an artifact, then he could get bullets. Otherwise, it's d6 times 100. So unfortunately, no, actually no, sorry. Value of d6 times 100 or less. So he would roll. So a 2, basically a 2, because that makes 200. Okay, so conceivably he might be able to pick up some darkstone bullets. Well, it's not too bad a chance. For any darkness or growing dread cards that would be drawn, instead move the darkness forward on the town event track. And each destroyed slot can be scavenged up to 3 times. Okay, so that's kind of the thing to do here, apparently, obviously. You know, you got a 50% chance of locations being destroyed when you enter the town and each day. So really you're expected in the ruins town to search the rubble. So that would be a good question. So the blacksmith is an option for a day to try to grab some darkstone bullets. What else do we have for the other locations? So the Frontier Outpost, there's really nothing to buy there unless he wanted. He doesn't need dynamite or anything like that. So the street market, he doesn't really want a potion or exotic herbs or spices. There's really nothing else that he would want to buy there. We don't have the gambling hall. Let's see. So the smuggler's den, the mutant quarter, the sheriff's office. Is there anything to buy at the sheriff's office? Because Joseph normally cannot go into the sheriff's office, and so he could conceivably buy something, or find something in the rubble. A caped overcoat. When you find a clue icon on exploration token, you can heal. That does have a weight. Not really all that important to do. Doesn't want to become deputized. Alright, so nothing to do at the sheriff's office. Sorry if this sounds a little boring with me going over this, but it helps to fill this in, obviously. So the general store obviously has the whiskey and bandages that he can pick up, which will be useful. And he could get specialty ammo there as well instead of darkstone bullets if I wanted to try to save a day and just do one day. What else do we have? I think the other building was the Indian trading post, right? So we got the frontier outpost, nothing to buy there. Sheriff's office. So the street market, we kind of went over that. There's nothing there. General store was an option. Blacksmith, yes, and the Indian trading post. So what can we normally buy at the Indian trading post? Not a lot. Hatchets. He could get some glyph upgrades to one of his items. Death glyph is actually kind of interesting. War glyph won't help. Oh yes, and the glyph of the buffalo, which let him move through models once per adventure, could be useful. Now you know what? Let's just go to the we'll spend 2 days. So let's go to the blacksmith first, and let's see if we can find some darkstone bullets. So it's scavenging like normal, so that's going to be 3 dice, needing 6s. Alright, so he fails to scavenge. So nothing there. This turn kind of wasted the day looking through the roll. And alright, so is there a town event? There actually is a town event. Alright, well, maybe Joseph isn't going to stay. Because, oops. Sorry, that was helping to block the glare that I'm getting. If you can kind of see there. Alright. Alright, so town event is a void twister. Jeez. Alright, yeah, this town is cursed. Okay. Every hero's making agility 5+ or strength 5+ test to avoid basically getting killed. And the town is destroyed. His town stays. Oops. Well, he succeeds. He does get 1, 2, 5. So he dodges out of the way. But it was not meant to be. Definitely not meant to be. It was trying to tell me go away before. So now not only is the town completely rubble, Joseph, the twister went through, there's not even rubble left. So that is it. It is definitely a town of the dead, made of dust or something like that. There's nothing left, wiped clean from the earth. So I know it wasn't very exciting. It certainly was interesting anyway. Getting the ruined town, kind of seeing how that went. Did get a chance to search the rubble. Unfortunately, nothing came of it. We didn't get to do any of the extra stuff with that. But it was certainly not meant to be. This town was definitely cursed from the beginning. So thanks for watching, and I will have an adventure next week. Bye.